Hello everyone, my name is Xiaochuan Zhen. I'm going to introduce a term project I've completed in the course CS683. So this application is a mobile application that runs on Android devices. I've been working on this project in the past 6 weeks, so hopefully you'll like it. And this application basically has the functionalities that can download video or audio files from the mainstream websites such as YouTube, Dailymotion, or Vimeo's. But it does not download those video files directly from those websites. Instead, it works with a backend server that I have already developed so that the backend server can do the heavy lifting, downloading from the websites, and they can convert those video files into audio files, and then this web UI, then this mobile UI application can download those files from my backend server directly. So first, I will go quickly in the UI to show you what the functionalities we have in this application, and then I will have a quick demo or have a quick introduction on what the software architecture is, like how this front-end UI works with the backend server, and then I'll come back to this mobile application to demo how we kind of download the video files or the audio files. Okay, so currently in my screen, on the left side, I have Android emulator, and my application name is called Amazing Downloader, right? So as you can see, this is the first page when we launch this application, and in the bottom, I have a navigation that has 4 tabs, right? So I have search, I have enter URL, I have play, and status. So the search basically in this controller, we can enter the keywords to search for the videos, and once the video is found, I can just touch or click to download the video files, or I can go to the enter URL page, so to directly enter the video's URL to either download the video or download MP3, which is the audio. And play page, I'm able to just play the files or the audio or the MP3. And the status page, I can see, okay, what the progress is, right? So once I entered from the search page or the enter URL page, I know that what the status is, right? Either it's being processed in the backend server, or it's being downloaded in this application, or it's already completed, right? So I will show you later for those details. But before we do that, let me just open a document here, so to show you the software architecture. I think it's important for us to understand how this application works with the backend. Sorry. Let me just go to, okay, so the left, this left frame is the Android application. For now, I don't have a user login. My user identification or the user ID is basically the Android ID. So every time when I send HTTP request to the backend server, I include the Android ID in the HTTP request header, right? So the backend server knows, okay, where, from what device this request is coming from. So the user can enter the URL for downloading through the enter URL page or through the search page, right? So once that is entered, that request is being sent from an Android device into my cloud app or the backend app. Once my cloud backend app receives that, it will go to the internet and find the video and download the video, right? And once it's downloaded or even converted into MP3, it will it will put that status into the backend database, saying, okay, that audio or video file is ready for the front end to download, right? So this is the state when it's ready. And then the front end, I have a service running from time to time in the Android device to check if there's any available downloads I can sync from the cloud app. So once there is one that is pending, then the Android app will download that automatically, right, without any human kind of intervention. So once the file is synced, then the Android app has the play page to play this video or audio, right? Okay, so that's just a very big picture on how my Android application basically works with the backend. So the focus here is really the Android app, not the backend. So the backend, even though I spend a lot of time to implement the backend, but I'm not going to talk too much on the backend. I'll just show you the interface in a little bit. Okay, let me just kind of show quickly on the backend the kind of HTTP RESTful APIs. So you can see I kind of defined the API, right? So basically the slash status URL now have different methods, either post or get. The post basically means it's a new request for downloading, and then the get is basically just check status, right? So you can see it's actually my document. You can take a look for the details if you would. So there's a lot of fields, right, in the JSON, in the returned JSON object, that show you, okay, what is the, for example, the file download link on my server. This is actually my server, right? And I have some file integrity. I have some MD5 check, I have file size check, I have description for that file, and what are the file suffixes, right? It can be MP4, MP3, or FLV, depending on the video on the website. And then I have some kind of unique ID, like the job ID, to kind of uniquely identify this job, right? Because I don't want to have any duplicated job, something like that, right? Even it's the same request. And I have quality to control the audio or the video quality. It can be high, it can be medium, it can be low. That is actually customizable from the settings. I'll show that later. And also have the job status, either completed or failed or in progress, right? And this is the original URL. That is basically the video URL. Okay, so let me close this and take a look at the core Android application architecture, which is a diagram I placed here. So you can see the user will have 4 pages, right? Search video, yeah, URL, enter, play, and status. And also I have settings and term of service, which is this menu one. I will show you a little bit later. I don't want to get into too much of the details right now. And for the search video, basically we can do a search. So that basically on the that is based on the keyword we enter, and I will just do a direct Google search, and I will parse the response HTML and find the video link, right? And I will send that video link into my backend server, and my backend server will download that file for me, and later on I will download from a service. Okay, so the second page, the enter video URL, that is pretty much the same function as the first one. The only difference is it is a direct enter instead of a search. And then the play will basically open another activity that is a full screen activity and just play the MP4, MP3s, right? And the status is basically a page that can show the downloading status, right? So both of the play and the status have a list view that is associated with a cursor adapter that is on a database, right? On a SQLite in the native Android app. Because I use those 2 tables, one is called play, the other one is called status, to track all the jobs, right? How far we have gone through. either the backend is still processing, or we are downloading, or it's completed, right? All those status I need to know. And the settings and the term of service basically show another activity that can have the user to customize their preferences, such as what the media quality they want. Okay, so that's the kind of architecture I have. Let me just get back to the application, the emulator, and I will show you how that basically works. Let me first get to the search. Let's just search for a video. I like the Yanni music very well. Let me just put one here. This is Yanni, the author name, and within attraction is the music name. So I put enter, and then you can see there's a bunch of the show ups here, right? So those are all the ones that basically I searched from Google website, and I'm going to just click on the first one. I want to download that one. So once I click on that one, there's an alert dialog popped up, right? And I can choose download video or MP3 or cancel. So let me say download video. So now I have a notification. Oh, actually, this is a post. Tells me, okay, it's already requested. And then if I go to the status page, you can see this one is being processed or processing. That means the backend is still processing, and now it becomes downloaded, which means the server is already done, and my service, which is running in the background, is downloading that file from my cloud server. So let's wait a little bit. Should be done quickly. Once this status from downloading to complete, okay, so that means it's already downloaded. You can see this text view is basically a description that I got from the YouTube website, kind of the metadata for this video. So the description is all happened. It kind of all happened in the backend, right? I just sent that information through the HTTP interface back to the front UI. So if I click on the video on the play, you can see this file is already downloaded. And on the left side of this the row, you can see it's I show you a thumbnail, right, which is a picture, and I also have a time in the bottom and the right kind of corner, right? You can see it lasts for 7 minutes. So those information are all sent back from my backend server because I got that from the metadata again, right, from YouTube website. And then I also, in the text view, I have the description of this file, and I also have the size of this file, and I also have the time that it was downloaded, right? So if I click on this, it will just play. So you can see I have actually the media control, right, for 3 seconds, and it disappears. If I click again, the control comes up again, right? So yeah, so if I click play again, or play. Oh, didn't play. Yeah, so it will play, and I can also rotate it so get a full screen. Okay, this is the full screen. Okay, let me move it back. And you can see the time is actually, it actually saves the state. So when I rotate the screen, it actually resumes from the time when it was left. So that is quite nice. Okay, let me just get it back. Because I have activity for the video for the media playing, so I can just click the back button, right? Go back to my main activity. So we just tried to use the search for the downloading. Let's try the enter URL for the downloading. When I get into this page, so I can either manually enter this, or I can use the Android tool to enter the URL string for me. So this time, let me just use the tool, the ADB tool, to enter the text. Okay. So here is a very interesting video I'd like to download. So I just do this. Okay, So this URL is actually entered, you can see here, and I will do a get video. Again, this request shows up here in the status page, right? It's being processed. So what I want to do is, in the meantime, when it's downloading, I want to enter another one for actually MP3 because we haven't done that yet. Let me just enter another URL. Yeah. So another URL is here. I'm going to get MP3. So you can see there is a toast saying, okay, this is already requested. Oh, here it says the storage space running out because probably I have already downloaded too many in my previous run. But that's fine. Let's just ignore that. Okay, so you can see the second one is downloaded, and the third one is being processed. So let me just get to the second one. You can see in each row is kind of quite well aligned, right? And this avatar video, let's just take a look. It lasts for 4 minutes. I think this is a very good. I can kind of drag the video thing. You can see. If I rotate again.
Are similar to those that once covered the
it's
Amazon
a very
basin,
nice, beautiful,
but on a scale several times the
screen.
size of anything on Earth. A wide variety of animals can be found throughout Pandora.
Yeah, so let me just move it back.
And dangerous.
So it just continues.
Most animals, including the winged creatures of.
Yeah, so I think the emulator doesn't. Oh, you get it back. I press 2 times. Okay, you know what? I think it's still here. Let's just go back to here. Yep, and you can see the last one we just did for the song. That's the MP3. It's right here. So even though this is MP3, but I still have a thumbnail from the website, from the YouTube website. So if I click on this one, MP3 will be played. I hope you can hear that. Yeah, I can move or I can stop. Okay. Yeah, let me just get back. So you can see it's quite nice played with those video or audio files, and yeah, that's just the core function here. And yeah, I have tried. I have actually demoed all 4 pages. So now the last thing I want to demo is really the settings and the terms of service. Terms of service, let me do this first. Yeah, you can see I have terms of service here, and I have a FOB so that I can kind of send email. So this becomes another activity. Yeah, so see it's from here to my specified destination email address, and then the subject I have already specified. I can just enter something test. The email is sent. Let me send the email. Yeah, so this email is sent, and once it's sent, it comes back to the terms of my service. Okay, let me get back and show you the settings. So the settings actually, I have 2 sub menu. One is the preferences, and the other one is the social media. Social media I haven't really implemented yet, but it's really for like you can click the like in Facebook, so you can do some advertising or marketing, right? So the preferences, I have some options here which are very important for this app. First one is where do you want to store those audio or video files, right? So a lot of people just choose external SD card or internal. Like if I click on it, it gives me options, right? If I choose this, it becomes internal. And then I can choose the video quality because the video is relatively large, especially for those high quality video files. And yeah, you can see I have options here. And then I also have the option for audio. For audio, the high quality is recommended because even it's high quality, the audio files is very small, so it doesn't really matter too much. And I also have, you can choose a network. Like if you don't want to have a large data traffic on your cell network, you can just choose Wi-Fi only, right? Yeah, I think the user will like this feature as well. So the last one I really want to introduce to you, I haven't really implemented yet, but it's kind of very interesting. So I will kind of do some data analytics in backend to get to know, okay, what videos the user really likes. I mean, if you have downloaded a lot of similar videos, next time probably you don't have to enter manually. I will download that automatically for you with some kind of AI or machine learning technology and just push those videos to you directly, right? So it's more like kind of an automatic push, so you don't have to do that manually every month or every day. So I think, yeah, this is kind of just a switch role, right? So yeah, so that's basically the settings um, or the terms of service activities, and that's pretty much it. So you can see the core features have been implemented, but to make this application a true professional application, I needed to do still a lot of things. I just said that some of the functions in the settings and the terms of service are not fully implemented just because of the time. I didn't have much time to finish the whole thing. And there's also some error handling I needed to get through. Let's say if when the user is downloading, the network is lost, so we need to kind of do it again, something like that. So that's something error handling I need to do it better in the code. But overall, I think this application can provide a useful kind of a video downloading thing for the users. Because a lot of times the users don't have, or it does have kind of a data plan, so they cannot go through, go over that limit. So this application is going to help them a lot, right? And yeah, hopefully you like this application, and thank you so much. Bye bye.